This video is about how to sound like a robot. And we're going to ask Siri a question. Siri, can you read a bedtime story to me?
Once upon a time there was a little child who had magic beans and red shoes. And the child climbed a castle wall and spun straw into gold, and ran into an Eggman who fell off a wall and then fell asleep under a tree for a gigatrillion years. The end.
When Siri was speaking, I just want to make some observations. Once upon a time is the first, what I would call, speech bubble. So once upon a time, there was a little child who had magic beans, all spoken together, and red shoes, and the child climbed a castle wall and spun straw into gold. So this is how Siri's speaking. Even though Siri's speaking fast, there is groups of words going along here. You can see, and then ran into an Eggman who fell off a wall. It's spoken very quickly, but I think there's still groups of words there. And then a bit crazy, under a tree for a gigatrillion years. So, okay, the end. So that's basically how Siri is dividing up the text. It sounds like it's all joined together. It's been separated a little bit in the way that's been spoken. Now, this is another way to look at what Siri's doing. So if we go to the first one there, we've got once upon a time. Upon a time now is actually reduced, if you like. So upon a time is now together. There was a little child. This is now one speech bubble, but there was a little child who had magic beans and red shoes, okay? And the child climbed a castle wall, okay, and spun straw into gold. So I'm going to say that into gold is now joined together. And ran into an Eggman, okay? So into an is joined together. And who fell off. So fell off is joined together, a wall. And then fell asleep under a tree for a gigatrillion years. So basically, you can see now that this word here and this word here, sorry, it's a bit messy, and this word here, these are the words which are being joined together, and this is how we use this technique to help us speak quickly. But of course, there are some things missing from the way the computer speaks. Okay, so Siri, he's okay, but as you know, Siri is basically a robot. And he has a way of speaking which is a little bit, like something from Star Wars or something like that. What can we learn from Siri to improve the way that we speak? So I guess the first thing is we want to sound less like Siri and more like a human. And the way he speaks, it's kind of like he's not putting his full breath. I say it's he. I'm not sure if Siri is a man or a woman, but there's not a lot of lung capacity with the voice of Siri or any robot, for example. That's the difference between us humans and the computer, is we have a lot more capacity to breathe and accentuate things. Of course, we've got the good and the not so good. So let's show emphasis when we go from one to the other and sound a little bit less like a robot.